I'm Kimberly Faye Greenberg, and this is TheaterNerds.com, and we are here with Alicia Albright, and it's raining outside, so we're doing this just for you. So Alicia was in the Broadway company of Wicked. She also swung, I believe, 3 companies in total, so we're going to talk about that right now. So tell us what led you to Wicked, and a little bit about swinging.
What led me to Wicked? I remember I auditioned for it a while ago. In my first audition, I was just telling the story today. I've come from a contemporary dance background, and I went to the audition, and I was like, this is my jam. I want to do this show someday, and I got cut. And I left the audition place, and I remember in the lobby being like, mark my words, I will do this show someday. And then years went by that I was on tour with other shows, and then I was lucky enough to go in and eventually got cast, and I got cast as the dance captain in Swing. And I joined the Chicago company in 2008, and I was there for about 8 months. Then I originated the second national tour, and then I left the tour and came to the New York company, and altogether it's been about 8 years.
Oh, well, that's a long time to be with this show.
Time.
How do you keep it fresh?
The beautiful thing about being a swing, so for anyone who doesn't know, a swing is a person who covers everyone in the ensemble. So as a dance captain, so you could think of me as the dance teacher of the show. I assisted the director and the choreographer. And so it's my job to put people in a long-running show and make sure you know. So it's a position that goes hand in hand, dance captain, swing. And I know I can teach the parts better because I perform them, and I perform them better because I teach them and I really understand them. So, but as a swing, you go on for everyone. Yeah.
I don't know. That's great. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so now let me ask you, because we have a lot of people who are watching us who I'm sure want to be on Broadway. What is some of your advice, either for dancers, for musical theater performers, auditioning, either whether it be for regional theater or a tour or for Broadway?
I think showing up. So there's a couple things I always say. You have to show up over and over again, even when you don't want to. Just show up. Because that's the hardest part, getting to the audition sometimes. And the only thing you can control is you. Other than that, who knows sometimes why things happen. And this is a life thing too. So if you show up prepared, so it doesn't matter what it's for. If it's a tiny show, if it's Broadway, if it's wherever, the more you can walk into the room prepared, whether it's with your sides or warmed up and ready to go, research the show. So the goal is to leave the room feeling that you did the best you could do that day. The very best you could do. And from then, whatever's meant to be will be, and you have to release it and let it go. Because nothing is worse than when you go in, but it lights the fire when you go in and you don't feel like you did your best, then you leave and you're like, "Argh," but it really lights the fire, so the next time. So I got to a point where I would rent a rehearsal room and warm up vocally, go through all my sides in my songs, so when I walked into the room, I'd already done the work that day, and I knew I was ready to sing it, I knew I was ready to do anything. So I think showing up and just being prepared and doing you, and then after that, you just have to trust and believe that your path is your path, and don't compare to a friend, and follow your heart. Like if it's making you happy, keep showing up and just believe it's going to happen for you when the time is right to happen for you. And you just never know when that's going to be. I met Meryl Streep once. I did a benefit concert, and I remember I was sitting in the wings. It was a one-day concert, and watching the show, and she came and sat next to me on the floor, and I was like,
It's Meryl Streep.
I totally fangirled out. And I asked her, it was the beginning of my career, I said, do you have any advice? And she said, you just never know what's going to happen, so you have to keep trying. So I've always kept that. And that's the other thing is, you know, it could be as simple as you're too short or too tall, but if you left feeling like you did your very best, that's all you can do. And that's it, you know, and just believe in yourself and always keep working on your craft and every part of it. The more you can dance, the more you can sing any style and act, the more opportunity you're going to have. And that's another thing in your control of constantly working on that.
Yeah, that's amazing advice. I would say so true, coming from a performing perspective, definitely. So I know we have many people out there who would love to follow you on social media. So how would they do that?
I would love that. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Alicia Albright. You can also find me on YouTube. It's Feed Your Soul Project. And I've been creating my own art recently. I actually choreographed an underwater dance solo. So if you want to check it out, it's called Water on YouTube at Feed Your Soul Project. I also have a website, feedyoursoulproject.com. It's my passion to help anyone out there live their best life and live a life so fulfilled their soul dances as a big thing I want to do. And it's a new project I'm working on, so feel free to follow that adventure. And I have another show coming up that's a secret right now, but that'll be out on those things as well soon too. So I look forward to keeping up with you guys and you guys keeping up with me, and I wish you the very best of luck in anything you do.
And if you want to reach out to Alicia via Theater Nerds, you can also comment on this video, and she can see it from there. Yeah. Have a good one. See you next time.
We love Theater Nerds.